Hi, good morning. Ready for my virtual chair workout. We're going to give it just a little bit to maybe let a couple more people jump on, and then we'll get started. Hey, good morning. Going to be following the same format that we have been following today's the 9th workout, so the last 8 workouts, the last 8 chair workouts. So we're going to do a little seated warm-up. We're going to do a couple seated exercises. We'll get up out of the chair, do some exercises out of the chair, and then back down into the chair for some final seated exercises and a little cool down and stretching out. So we'll give it maybe another 30 seconds or so just to see whether anybody jumps in. Boy, how about that weather, huh? Oh, I've been waiting for the weather to turn around from what it had been for several days over the weekend. That rain was not doing me any favors as far as just getting me motivated to do anything. So I'm glad that the sun shines out. That's going to be that way for the next maybe couple of days at least. Looks like maybe a little bit of rain coming up in the forecast next week, but we'll see. We'll see. The weathermen haven't been extremely reliable as of late. I'd love to have a job where I could be wrong 50% of the time and still get paid. So we're going to start. I'm going to slide back a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. Nice and tall on the chair. I'm sitting more toward the middle or the front of the chair, and we're just going to march the knees up and down, up, down, just like Pat Morita said in the original Karate Kid with Ralph Macchio. Just one at a time, lifting that foot up off the floor. If you can't lift it up real high, that's okay. Just go as high as you feel like you're able to go. Remember, nice tall posture, sitting a little bit more middle or forward on the chair. 3, 2, 1. From there, we're just gonna shrug the shoulders up, roll them back. What I like to cue you to do is tuck your shoulder blades down into your back pocket. So we're really pushing those shoulder blades down behind you. Tuck those shoulder blades down into your pocket. As you do that shoulder roll, that feels nice. Up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. Get those shoulder blades tucked into your back pockets. Let's go 2 more. 2 and 1. And then we're just going to turn from side to side, keeping my feet flat on the floor, and just a little gentle rotation side to side, not forcing that range of motion. Just going as far as you feel like you're able to turn. I'm really glad you're here with me today. Thank you for joining me. I would still record these videos even if there was nobody watching live, but knowing that there's somebody there following along, that helps me. It does. Let's go 1 more to each side. Not forcing the range of motion. Great. Next up, we're going to do just a look down. I'm going to let my back kind of slouch down a little bit and look down. And I'm going to straighten up, arch back, and look up. From the side, it looks like I'm going to look down. I'm going to look up. Letting the shoulders droop down. Lift the shoulders back and chest up. Shoulders droop down and chin tucks. Lift the chin, tuck the shoulders, lift the chest. Looking down, looking up, down, and up. Go 2 more. We're going to go through all of those exercises one more time, starting with that march. We're going to do 20 steps. If you're just joining us now, we are partway through our warm-up. Just doing some lower key exercises seated right here in the chair, just to get the lower body moving right now. 4, 3, 2, 1. I gotta admit, I started talking and I lost count, so I don't know whether that was 20 or not, but I think it was. Roll up, roll back, tuck the shoulders down in your pockets. So we're tucking the shoulder blades down into your pockets back behind you. Lift them up, roll them back, tuck them down. Lift them up, roll them back, tuck them down. Good. Up, back, down. Up, back, down. Up, back, down. Let's go 2 more. Up, back, down. Great. Just a gentle side-to-side twist, not forcing the range of motion here. Feet flat on the floor and just turning side to side as far as you feel like you are capable of going today. Without forcing it, without forcing it. I hope you got some nice plans for the day today. If you're at home today, I hope you're able to get outside, enjoy the weather out there, the sunshine. Then we're going to look down and look up. Slouch down and look down, look up. Down and up. Let's go 2 more. Down, up, down, and up. Fantastic. All right, getting into some more strengthening mobility exercises. We're going to start with arms out at the side. We're just going to make circles with the arms. So that shoulder motion that we did, tucking the shoulders up, back, and down. Now we're just extending the arms to work those shoulder muscles a little bit more. I want you to still think about pulling those shoulder blades back and in and tucking them down. 2 and 1, and then reverse direction. So now we're doing that same thing in reverse. We're going to lift the shoulder blades up and bring them forward a little bit. So it's a little shrug and a little push forward. Feel those shoulder muscles working? Yeah. Let's go 1 more. Great. Arms out to the side, palms up. We're going to touch the shoulders and then out to the sides. Touch the shoulders and out to the sides. Trying to keep those elbows at the same position in space and just moving from the elbows, not letting the shoulders move at all. Now, if you need to stop, put your arms down a little bit, shake it out, take a break. Ashton, thank you. Boy, it's really great to see you again today. The sun is super nice after a long winter. I will agree with you there. Let's go 2 more here. Great. Now, hands together in front. I'm going to apply some pressure, like I'm holding a piece of paper in between my hands and I don't want it to get away. Pushing in together. I'm going to keep that pressure. I'm going to lift up high, bring it back down, keeping your hands flat against one another. Trying to apply an equal amount of pressure with both hands, so we're not moving the hands side to side. just up and down. Feel those shoulders working? Do you? 2 and 1. Keeping that pressure all the way up and down. Nice. Wiggle it out a little bit if you need to. We're going to do those arm circles once again. Arms out to the side. We're going to roll up and back. Tuck the shoulder blades. Feel that upper back work as you do this. Now you're also really going to feel those shoulder muscles. You might feel a little bit of fatigue setting in. 2 more, 2 and 1. You might feel those shoulders reverse, burning a little bit. That's okay. If you need to put those arms down, give those shoulders a break. That's okay. This is your workout. Let's go 2 more, 2 and 1. Next exercise, arms straight out to the sides and palms up. Bring it in, back out. Holding the elbows and the shoulders in that same position and space. And just bringing the hands in and out. Let's go 2 more there. 2 and out, and 1 and out. Palms together in front. Apply that pressure, and we're going up overhead, back down. Keeping that pressure consistent. The harder you push, the harder those muscles work. We're going to go 2 more after this one. 2 and 1. Awesome. From there, going into some standing exercises. If you haven't done these workouts, these chair workouts with me before, they're very low key, not a lot of impactful exercises. I'm going to adjust this just a little bit so you don't see the top of my head getting cut off. Not a lot of high impact exercises. It's very approachable as a recovery workout or as a workout for anybody who maybe has limited strength, limited balance, limited mobility. So I want you to take it easy back behind this chair in these standing exercises. If you're a little bit more intermediate or advanced exerciser, I'm going to give you some ideas on how you can advance these exercises. And actually, I moved back behind the chair a little too soon because I just looked down at my notes and I saw that the first thing I've got is a sit to stand. So we're going to go down to the chair. We're just going to go into a stand up and then back down. So if you need to scale this down, if this is a very challenging exercise for you, it's okay to put your hands on your thighs and push down on your thighs as you stand up. There's your scaled down version. If you're a more intermediate or advanced exerciser and you feel like this is too easy for you, here's your scaled up version. Go down, but don't touch the chair. Just lightly, maybe lightly tap it, but don't go down into a sit. That's your scaled up version. If you feel like that's a little bit too easy, I'm going to keep going with the sit and stand because that's what kind of the middle of the road is. Let's go 2 more. 2 and 1. We're going to stand and we're going to stay standing. And now coming back behind the chair. So I'm going to do a little step side to side. I'm going to do a 1, 2, 3 and knee up. 1, 2, 3 and knee up. Step, 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 knee, step, 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 knee. Now notice I'm switching off hands as I do that. If you don't feel stable enough, just take shorter steps. 2, 3, knee, 1, 2, 3. If you need that extra balance and security of holding both hands on the chair, great. If you're a little bit more intermediate or advanced exerciser and you don't need the chair at all, that's great. I'm going to continue going with that hand on the chair because that's kind of the middle of the road. We're going to go 1 more to each side. 1, 2, 3, and up. Both hands on the chair, or one or none. I'm just going to lift up onto my toes and back down, getting those heels up as high off the floor as I can. Just a basic calf raise. So this exercise you should feel kind of through the ankles, up through the backs of the legs, especially through the lower leg. You don't want to keep the knees locked out hard here. You want to keep the knees straight but not locked, so not like rigid. Let's go maybe 2 more. 2 and 1. Actually feels pretty good. I'm going to slide my chair back a little bit so I've got a little room between me and you. I don't want to bump you. I've got to keep my social distance, right? We're going to go back down into that sit to stand. So just sitting on the chair, standing back up. Now remember what my scale up and scale down modifications are on this. If you need to scale it down, if you feel like that's too challenging, it's okay to lean into it and push down on your thighs to help yourself stand up. That's all right. If you're scaling it up, if it feels too easy, just down, real light tap on the chair and back up. Real light tap on the chair and back up. If you're going middle of the road, just all the way down into a sit, all the way back up into a stand. Let's go 1 more, and we're going to stay standing and come back around behind the chair. I like doing these chair workouts because I can wear my glasses and they're not going to fall off my face. And I can actually see you people. It's not, my vision isn't horrible, but if I take my glasses off, I can't read my clipboard there, and I can't see the comments on the screen. I can see the screen. I can see myself. 1, 2, 3, knee. 1, 2, 3, knee. Side, 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 up, side, 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 up. So here, not a real intense strength exercise per se, but there's a lot of coordination and balance. We're working on getting that hip flexed so you can get that knee up high and get that foot up off the floor. So many people I see who are getting into their 50s, 60s, 70s have so much trouble getting their feet up off the floor. They almost shuffle their feet, and that's a recipe for disaster because, we're going to go 1 more each side, because it dramatically increases your risk of falling. That combined with a lack of balance almost guarantees you're going to have a fall at some point. So doing exercises like that, where we're working on that side-to-side coordination, where we're balancing on one foot, especially if you can get that hand up off the chair for a moment, working exercises like that help improve your balance, help improve your coordination, help improve your stability, and help improve the strength through the hips and mobility through the hips. Go back hands here. We're going to go up and down. So just lifting those heels up off the floor as high as you can. Going all the way up in the toes if you're able to. Two more, 2 and 1, and back down. All right, so that's it for our standing set of exercises for today. We're gonna come back down to the chair. I'm gonna give myself just a little more downward focus so you can see me a little bit better. And we're gonna do 3 chair-based exercises now before we cool down and stretch out. So if you haven't done my chair-based workouts before, they are a little bit shorter than my other workouts. These ones tend to be 30-ish minutes, and we're coming up on 20 minutes here now, so we're doing good for time. So, balancing. What I've got is I've got my hands braced on the chair. I've got both feet lifted up off the floor, and I want you to see what I'm doing. So I'm gonna move my clipboard out of the way for one. So I've got both feet lifted off the floor. I've got my hands down, and when I do that, my belly wants to tighten up right away. So I'm lifting up the knees, tucking my feet under. I'm gonna one at a time reach out and tap my heels on the floor. Kind of like I'm running or swimming with my feet, pushing down hard on the chair, trying to keep my posture as tall as I can, and keeping my feet up off the floor except for that little tap 1 foot at a time. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Nice. So a real core focused exercise, core and hips. Okay, second exercise, we're gonna turn the doorknob. So out, palms up. We're gonna turn and clench the fist and up. So palms up and clench the fists as we turn through the forearms and the shoulders. So you're gonna feel some of that shoulder work. Lost my train of thought for just a moment there. You're gonna feel those shoulders work. It came out kind of awkward, didn't it? You're gonna feel the forearms here work. You're gonna feel muscles through the hands. And if you've got something like, say, fibromyalgia, MS, arthritis, something like this could be very challenging for you. 2 and 1. Good. Third exercise, we're going to go fingertips back by the ears. Now, I'm not locking my fingers back behind the head. I don't usually recommend you do that. I'm just going to go fingertips, maybe lightly touching at or behind my ears. We're going to duck one. So I'm going to try to get the elbows together in front and bring them as far back as possible. Elbows in, as far back as possible. Duck wings. So as you go back, really kind of drawing those shoulder blades in as you do that. So you feel a really good squeeze through the upper back. Let's try 2 more. There. Great. We're going to go back to that feet off the floor exercise. So I'm bracing down hard on the chair, almost like I'm trying to push myself up off the chair. From there, I can lift my feet up a little bit off the floor. So my feet are hovering just an inch or 2 off the floor. My knees are up in front of me. I'm going to reach out and tap, reach out and tap. Keeping those feet up off the floor, except for that light tap down 1 foot at a time. I'm staying really, really tight through my belly. Now, what does that feel like? Because sometimes you hear different cues for that. What I like to think of is somebody's coming to tickle you and you tighten up because you know they're about to tickle you and you're trying not to let them. So think of that kind of abdominal brace against the tickling. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. The cue that I most often hear is draw your belly button in toward your spine, but that makes you hold your breath too much, forces too much out. Just think of that. Someone's coming to tickle you and you tighten up. Oh, don't tickle me. That gives you a perfect abdominal brace, in my opinion. Okay, turning the doorknobs. Palms up, palms down. Palms up, palms down. Open, squeeze. Open, squeeze. Open and squeeze. Let's go 3 more. 3 and 2 and 1. Great. Fingertips by the ears, at or slightly behind your ears, but not locked behind your head. Duck wings. We're going to bring the elbows together, way out back. Really feel those muscles through the upper back squeeze. You should feel those shoulder blades kind of sliding out, in, out, in. As you bring those elbows back, it'll almost feel like you're arching your back a little bit. That's the sensation you're going to get. Let's go 2 more. 2 and 1. Awesome. Boy, I'm really feeling those shoulders today. Cooling down just a little bit. Okay? We're just going to lift up, lift up, lift up. Moving into it, just a little easy work. Not really forcing on shoulders, one at a time. Lifting those shoulders up toward the ears. Dropping that other shoulder down a little bit. One more each side. Great. Now I'm just going to lean from side to side a little bit. Lean, lean, and lean. As you do that, think about kind of slouching to the side so you feel a stretch through that side. Slouch to the side so you feel a stretch through this side. Lean and lean. How are you all doing? I hope you're all doing well during all this. It's confusing now. It's confusing. Differing messages, constant changing situations, not sure whether you're coming or going sometimes. So I hope you're all doing well right now. I hope you're able to maintain your positive outlook on things, because things will be okay eventually. One more side to side. But in fact, I am, after this, in about a half an hour, I'm doing a stress management workshop or a webinar for a local business. So it's all virtual, and I'm looking forward to that. Talking about how to manage stress through good nutrition, through good exercise and rest, and through a positive mental outlook. So I'm looking forward to that. We're going to stretch and yawn. Stretch and yawn on the other side. And we're going to finish up with just a few deep breaths. We'll do 5 deep breaths. I'm not going to count these out loud to you. Just think 5 deep breaths. In through the nose. Think, smell the flowers. Blow out the candles. Here we go. One more breath there into the nose. All right. Thank you so much for joining me today, Ashton. It was great to see you again today. I'm glad you were able to join us for this. Next virtual workout is going to be Monday morning at 8 a.m. That one, if you're used to doing my chair workouts, is going to be a little bit more intense, a lot more strength-based. We're going to do floor exercises and stuff like that. So if this is your jam, then that's great. Monday's not going to be for you. If you're more intermediate or advanced, Monday is going to be a great workout for you, and I look forward to seeing you there. If you've got any more questions for me, you want to connect with me online, you want to take a look at what I offer, you can go to my website, www.roysmalley.us, or you can find me on Linktree at linktree/Roy Smalley, and that'll direct you to all of my social media presences, etc. Again, thank you so much. Make sure you get some water after this. You're probably going to need it. Have a fantastic day. Enjoy the sunshine.